Alright, welcome back, good people. On this video, I want to talk about belief in yourself. This is major. This is the major key to your success. If you don't have that, you may as well go and apply for a job, because you can't have a business without belief in yourself, because the curve, if you will, is so steep that you're going to have to believe that you're worthy, that you deserve, right? And if you're not believing that way, because of whatever reason, and many people believe that they're not deserving. You know, many people believe that it's okay for you to have it, but they don't think it's a good idea for them to have it. And believe it or not, a lot of people think that having money is a bad thing. It's not. Let me be the first to tell you that it's not a bad thing. Now, you don't want to be greedy or you don't want to be obsessive about money, but it's absolutely necessary that you have money, unless you can get the things that money can buy. Now, there are people who have so much money that the things that they want is kind of like limitless. Whatever they want, they can go get. I don't know too much about that world. I'm not in that world. So I'm in the world where you have to create your own money, and then you have to regulate your money. You have to become smart with your money, if you will, as far as investments, as far as how much money you want to carry around with you all the time. Because I'm a firm believer that it's like a weapon. If you have like a weapon, let's say you have a gun, right, and you're walking around with a gun, you're a little bit more confident than if you don't have that gun, right? If you have a pocket full of money, let's say you've got $30,000 in your pocket. I know that's a lot of money, right? But it's possible to have $30,000 in your pocket. You got thick pockets. Or you might have $30,000 access. Regardless, it's your money, right? So you feel like, well, whatever I want, I can get. Whatever happens, I can handle, right? So you have a different feel about how things work with that. But if you don't really believe that you're worthy of anything, then success will be evasive for you in any sense of the word. Now, I know a lot of people don't equate success to money. I'm one of those people. But I do equate having money as being part of things that's necessary to live the life that I want to live and do the things I want to do, as far as like becoming philanthropic, giving back to communities and doing things in a way that helps more than just me, right? Or just my family, or just people that I know. And I think most people are that way for the most part, but initially you have to help you. If you can't help you, let me say this, you can't help me, okay? I don't need your help right now if you can't help you. You must be able to help you, okay? Because first of all, I'm not going to have a lot of faith in what you're saying if you're not using that same help that you saying can help me to help you. Got it? So help you, and then you'll be able to come from a place of helping others. That's how that normally works. So I'm going to read you a little segment here that I'm actually creating a keynote on this. And the keynote is going to be about 30 minutes long, not too long, not too short, kind of intermediate. Normally they need to be about 45 minutes long to really get the kind of money that I like to get from them. But sometimes, you know, you want to be able to cut things short. So I like to add information and take away information as I create different segments. But this is the way it would start out. It says, I speak with people all the time about starting a business. And I understand when they say they don't know the type of business they want to start. But after speaking with them more, I find that what's really going on is they don't really believe in themselves. People who don't believe in themselves have a tendency to make excuses for why they can't do something. There's a quote that says, excuses are monuments of nothing that build bridges to nowhere. Think about that. Excuses are monuments of nothing that build bridges to nowhere. They also blame other people and situations for them not being able to do something. And we know it's really them who don't do the things that they're supposed to do. They will physically and mentally sabotage any possible growth that would result from following through on a single commitment. There's a guy by the name of Wyatt Woodsmall who says, it's what you're doing when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing that's the problem. Let me ask you a question right quick. By show of hands, how many of you know a negative person? And then people will raise their hands, right? Then I'll say, okay. Now raise your hand if you are a negative person. Look around. We all know one, but no one is one. How does that work? You see, that's a little humor that I throw in there. You can do that when you're writing. When you're creative, you can throw stuff in there and people don't really know it's that until it's after the fact. But it's good stuff, right? It's humor. Anyway, what I should have said was raise your hand if the negative person you know is somewhere in this room. And if they're sitting beside you, just blink twice hard, right? I want to share one thing with you that if you get nothing else from this short presentation that you can take away, you can take this away. And that's, if you don't find a way to increase your belief in yourself without being arrogant about it, you will never become the success that you would like to. Never. I know it's easy for me to say that, and I know it's not easy for many people who have been beat down with you're never going to amount to anything, or you're not smart enough, or you're going to be a loser just like your dad. Well, I get that. I understand. You simply have to find a way to get over that, because there are ways, and people are doing it every day, because the path that I'm taking versus the path that you're taking is not the same, right? The results I get in life won't be the results you get, because we're different. And the perception that people have from me is not going to be the same perception that people will get from you. That could be good or bad, right? Because I'm only one person, but I'm confident in my skills and my abilities. But that doesn't mean you can't be confident in yours. It means you should be competent and confident in your skills and ability. Because until you become that way, you'll forever be on the sideline watching your life go by. You have to participate. See, the thing about life is it's a one-time shot. Never forget that. And two, you must participate. You can't sit on the sidelines and let your life go by and at the end say, wow, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have did that. No, that's not how it works. Because if you live long enough, you're going to be limited in what you can do anyway. Because as you're young and vibrant, you can move around, you can run really fast, you can jump really high, you can do things that old people can't do. But the beautiful thing about getting old is that's the goal, right? The goal is to get old. The goal is not to die young. Please know that. But since I've gotten to the ripe old age that I've gotten to, one of the things that I find is that a lot of people, I didn't know this, really don't care to get old. That kind of shocked me, because I guess if you're in pain, or if you're losing your senses or something like that, I could possibly identify with that. But from where I'm standing, I can't see that, because we're all going to go that way, like it or not. So, I guess if you're in pain on a regular basis, which people are in pain daily, they have to take medication. Some people have to do that to sustain day to day. I guess you could get tired of that. I can see how you could get tired of that and want that to end. I really could. And if we're all going to go that way, time is not going to change the end result, right? We're all going to go that way. If I keep living, I'm not going to keep living. I'm going to, at one point, stop living, cease to live, right? Cease to exist. And that's okay. But the thing that I want you to take away from this is that you have to take action on you. You have to take action on your thoughts, on your decisions. You can't leave that up to me. You can't leave that up to Barbara. You have to do it. You have to, at some point, also become a guide for other people. Because guess what? As you're doing what you're doing, in the beginning it may seem like a very lonely journey. But as time goes on, people will start to look up to you. They'll start to look at you as someone who's doing something that they may want to do, or someone who's confident about what they're doing, and that confidence may be sparking or exciting that person to want to do something, right? Maybe it's your nephew or your niece who looks up to you and wanted to do something, but they don't really know what to want to do. But they see Uncle Larry doing this, Uncle Larry doing that, right? Like what I do, I'm creating a legacy for my generations to follow. And I know that may sound far-fetched for some, but it's fact, right? At the end of the day, my kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids will be able to watch these videos and extract something from them, right? If nothing else, they'll know that I was their blood. I was someone that they are, right? So if I could do it, surely they could do it, right? I'm no genius, although I'm really close, but no, just kidding. But anybody can do it, and the quicker you begin, the easier it'll get, because you've heard it said that it takes 10,000 hours of doing something to become an expert, right? 10,000 hours, that's a long time. But if you get involved with something and you're able to put in 1,000 hours, just 1,000 hours, you're going to be way ahead of people who are doing nothing. Please know that. And you're not close to 10,000, but you're way ahead of people who aren't doing anything. And there's a lot of people who aren't doing anything. Don't be one of those people. SpeakWithLarry.com